Hello Grebos, and welcome back to Downloadable Content. And if you're thinking already that this video feels different, that's because it is. I'm actually going to show you guys a lot of the mods that I use when I'm off camera. I've gotten a ton of comments asking what mods I personally use and what are the best. So I figured I'd kind of just talk out loud and show you some stuff. I'll do the best I can to link as many things in the description as possible. But I just want to show you kind of like how things roll off camera and what mods I just straight up enjoy using. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the chill video. Now the mod I pretty much never leave home without is going to be the wings mod. That just enables me to jump and press it again, and I can just fly around wherever I want. In the book, turn off things like, I'll sometimes put on invincibility, and I'll turn off like fall damage just so I can fly around and do whatever I want. Because when I'm using the wings mod, if I fly around too much and then land, if I fall detection on, that's going to kill me. But to set up different scenes and be able to explore maps and do whatever I want, this is like imperative. Like you have to have this, otherwise, you know, well, I mean, for my mod showcases, I feel like I have to have this. But if I'm just playing and I want to play like the vanilla cool guy way, I'll probably not use this. But I've gotten so accustomed to it that I think I kind of just use it as like second nature. But the wings mod for sure is where it's at. Now next is the portable like book. I think it's called portable books. There's multiple ones. But when you press the book button, you have so much more than just these things. You'll see I have like a ton of options up there. So this portable book lets you spawn things like different maps. Like I can teleport right in here, and it gives you previews, which is really cool. So if you're into like Mario 64, if you remember, like where you can like jump through the paintings, like that's what this is. You can have a preview of the level, and that's really impressive just in and of itself. But this enables you like kind of wherever you go. As if I was away from a spawn, I can just take whatever weapon I want. So if I just wanted my longsword, I just take it right from the book. So, you know, if you're just exploring parts of the maps or you're in different parts of the map, this is like a must-have. Super quality of life, because you could be anywhere away from a spawn book and you want a new weapon. You don't want to have to go all the way back over there, especially if you're in like a large level or you're nowhere close to it. You don't want to have to interrupt your gameplay. But it's cool because it gives you access to whatever you want. And I can even write from the book, just go into this like little wave thing and select what I want to fight. And let's say I want to fight a bandit, select wave 1, and just press start. I don't have to worry about going anywhere else. The book controls everything for me, and they're gonna spawn. Right now it's making me look stupid. Oh, there we go. So, you know, this is great. Like I said, super quality of life. I use this all the time. It's a newer, updated one, but from the old versions, you know, I missed it. So I'm kind of glad it's back. Now, moving on to weapons and other items and such, I also have the custom clothing, or I think it's called equipable clothing. It's made by Little Husky. I know that for sure, but it's going to be all the way at the bottom, and I always wear this plate set, and just taking these enable me like to change my outfit like on demand. So if I was doing like an NPC man recording or something like that, I need these. Otherwise, I have to constantly turn the game on and off and change JSON files. So the fact that this kind of came out was a game changer to me. So if I wanted to change like my left glove, just take it and just equip it, and then my left glove is going to update. So this is imperative for me. I don't know if it's super imperative for everyone else, but if you're super into role playing or want to make cringy videos like I've been doing, I need this mod. I can dress as whatever I want, so it's super, super handy. Now, I absolutely also use the medieval mega pack because I don't think I have to say anything else. Like, you need the medieval mega pack. It gives you like hundreds of weapons at this point. So if there's things you want to use, it's medieval mega pack. The NPCs will also use the same weapons from this as well. So get the medieval mega pack. This is a no-brainer. I don't even have to show you it. So let's move on. Now, the level I'm playing on is called Pirate Pass. So I think I've showed it in other mod showcases, but it's super fantastic because the quality is great. The water, you don't want to touch the water while you're flying around because that will kill you. But it's awesome because there's a ton of spawn points. The map looks good. It's well optimized, which is the most important thing with a map, because people sometimes just get too overzealous and they're also like, throw the map in Unity and create a million spawn points. So, you know, that's what I appreciate. So it's cool, it's small, it's intimate, but you can fight in different places and you can explore. You know, there's a lot of exploring to do. And speaking of this, you know, pirate map, it also, you get it's called pirate stuff or pirate equipment. I forgot the exact name of it, But pirate stuff gives you access to like some pirate style weapons like this boarding axe, their pirate saber. But what I really like is these flintlock pistols. So you can just take it right from here. So the flintlock pistol, right? Obviously I'm going to go to fire it, but you also have to pull back now on this top piece. So you pull and you use both the grip and trigger at the same time. And, you know, it's a flintlock pistol. So I love using that one. And I also love using the musket because the musket's really cool. You can hold this kind of like wherever you want. So if you're going for the short style or long for some reason, it's a musket, but I like this one because although it's, you know, a gun, it feels pretty period centric in a way, and it's pretty powerful. So let's move on to some spells because I get a lot of requests for my spells themselves. So let's just focus on one hand. Pulling up the spell wheel, I have a ton of stuff installed, right? So the reason why this is all perfectly organized for me and it has the names of everything is because I have the spell wheel enhancer, the one for 9.2/9.3 installed. So that one makes it nice and organized all around my main thing and also tells me the names, which if one thing like this Dummies mod, which I'll show you in just a moment, that Dummies one, it's hard to find sometimes. So without the letters, I could be like, what the hell mod am I looking for? Especially when things are like kind of called the same. It really helps. So spell wheel enhancer first and foremost. But what I end up using a lot is this Dummies mod. I believe that's made by Talion, and there's a new update for it. But so let's select this Dummies mod. So with that Dummies mod selected, I just, you know, hold it. So it's like a fireball, and then I cast it, and wherever you cast it, it spawns literally a dummy NPC. So this man, no matter like what I do to him, he's not going to fight back because he's dumb. So if I want to set some things up or practice, you know, he's a dummy. He's going to be able to die. Press and hold, and then you press the grip, and then you press and hold again, press the grip again, and then now you press and hold, and you'll notice that it's red, kind of like it's showing you that he's going to be an aggressor. So now I could just kind of cast that one. So now this man is obviously going to come after me because I made a different type of NPC. So I use this a lot if I don't want to get to a spawn book. So if I was, let's just shoot this man. Man, can you chill out? How is this missing? Okay, well, this is upsetting to me. So let's just, you know, we're going to have to end him because he's making me feel upset. So let's say this up here isn't a spawn point and you want to fight up here for reasons and you don't want to like gravity someone. So I can just cast it here and this man's like, he's ready to go. And if I want to, I can cast another and I can cast another. So this doesn't affect what else you're in. So obviously, once again, another quality of life thing for me. It's great for setting up different scenes. So if I need to use like multiple actors in the scene and I just wanted some stale background people, it's there. But if you just want to fight people and not have to worry about spawns or anything like that, that's where, you know, it's a really big thing. Now that being said, once I have a lot of dead bodies on here and I don't feel like starting another wave, I have another quality of life mod that I use that's also for combat, and that's called the Atomic Dismantling, made by Pipop slash Doggo, but mostly Pipop. But you know, it's green, so it's a pretty good standout. It casts very quickly, so I can hold this one and shoot at someone to turn them to ash. But the way it's made, you could also grab people with the grip button and then press the trigger while holding them to literally grab them and turn them to ash. As well as if you have both of them, you can combine them and pull them apart like it's a gravity spell. And this one will delete everything that's on the map. So if you, I'm sorry, every NPC that's on the map, not really the items. If they're holding the items, it will delete. But I use this all the time for quick cleanup. If there's too many dead bodies on there and my scenes are getting all garbled up and stuff and it's freaking out, just I go like this and I just delete everything on there. It's huge. I use it all the time. So 100% recommend. Now the next one is going to be the time stop spell. I'll get to Lashing in just a moment. Time stop, I mean, this is pretty self-explanatory, but is super important. So let's spawn like another evil enemy guy. So this man's going to attack me. All I have to do with the spell equipped in my opposite hand or whatever hand you want, if he comes right at me, I just press the button to stop time. And I can just straight up interact with him however I want. It's a little janky while time is stopped, but this is great for controlling a scene. So if I had to like position a camera and freeze it and I don't want to like make a continuity error, that's why I use this one. But also it's fun to just do. So if I was just kind of like fighting and I wanted to feel like a badass, I could be like, time stop, and then just straight up like jump behind him, resume time, and this man's just like, what just happened? Knocks out. Now the next one I've been using a ton is the Lashing spell. Lashing, if you haven't seen this before, I don't know if you're asleep or something, but Lashing just enables you to interact with the map in a way that you never thought of. So this one I just made like a little line, but this is now a full physics-based object. So it's great for creating new pieces of the map if you're looking to kind of change up the map and do some cool, funky things on there. This is just a new game in and of itself. You can make ladders, you can pretty much do anything with this one, but it has a ton of different combat abilities, while playing. So it doesn't just stop with like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just build some things. You can combine them and do some stuff. So let's start a wave so I can kind of show you what I'm talking about. So look at this, man. So if I just am pressing the trigger button, I can just grab that and just like fling it away from him without killing him. So if I didn't want to, I could just take that, shoot that over there, take that one, shoot it to the floor. I may have grappled his hand, which that's another fun one, but it's great because you can kind of control the flow of battle and do some really fun things. So let's say this man's head, I'm going to take his head and put it over there, just like rip it off his body. Now, the next spell I like to use now is Mystic Hands. I can't get enough of Mystic Hands. I've done a whole video on Mystic Hands, but to show you quickly, this one is just straight up fun to use. It gives you new VR hands while in VR, which is kind of crazy. And you can do some fun things with it. Like you can catch yourself if you're good. But, I could punch people, well, try to punch people, grab people, full interact, and you could dual wield with it also. So if you want to do some two-handed stuff, you can do some two-handed stuff. So it's very fun. I like to combine this one also with the Lashing spell and time stop, because you could put this hand like right here and time stop it. So now that hand's right there. Look, it's still connected to me, but if I move it, I'm now independent. So I could straight up jump on this hand like this one. I could fully interact with it. It's just pretty cool. So if I wanted to cast this all the way into the sky, I can. It has some wonky physics, but I think it's just cool that you can kind of straight up do this one, which, it's Mystic Hands. So I like that you can combine it with other spells also, but I've been using this one a ton. Let's change it up and switch it back to weapons for a second, because I don't want to just dwell only on spells. So what I love using as a weapon, I believe it's just in the normal sword category when installed, is the Yamato. This one was in a mod showcase itself, but this might actually deserve its own video. It has a sword and sheath, which is very rare, but it has a ton of abilities themselves. So I can like shoot blades at people that straight up dismember them, which is just so cool. I could also, I believe, like hold the spell use button with the opposite hand and like jump all around. So if I wasn't using the wings mod, this is a good pseudo wings mod. So you can, it can be like, hey, this guy jump and then shoot like a blade at them while jumping. So it's very cool. Also, if you hold down the spell use button while you've drawn the sword, can you not knock the sword in my hand? Thanks. So while I hold this one I'm using the spell use button. So if I cut him, so notice how it's just kind of going hua, 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 right through him. Like this guy thinks he's alive, but he's the furthest thing from alive. So when I sheath this now, he's just gonna explode into like every spot that I cut him. The last ability is where you're looking. If you press the trigger with the opposite hand that has a sword sheath, like it just throws these like kunai in them. So I find myself just doing like these crazy things like all day with this. Like I could just be like, I'm also a really big fan of these OP brass knuckles. I think they're made by Turner KC on these ones, but I think you guys need to see like literally how OP these are. So let's go back to the dummy spell, spawn a dummy, and just like, this is not a slow-mo punch, just like straight up punch. Look at that. He's gone. So if you want to feel like One Punch Man, this is kind of where it's at. Combine this one with kind of slow-mo and you'll be like, boom, and be able to do some crazy things. It's OP, but it's supposed to be OP. So if I wanted to just feel like, straight up gargoyle, this is what I do. So yeah. And then switching back to quality of life things, I just recently installed a mod that lets me, it's like the health modifier, so I can change my own health, but I don't touch the one. The enemy health, so if I wanted to fight anyone, I could reduce their health or increase their health. So if I wanted to fight someone and get like a cool battle in there, I might change them all to 300. So if I, let's kind of summon a guy. So, we summoned a guy, and let's go back in here and just summon like a long sword or something. So while I'm in here, so now a normal thing that would kill him, well, okay, it still killed him because I think he's not an enemy. Okay, so now this guy, something that would normally kill an enemy, he'll live now from this one. So I could be like, Kika! So that would straight up slaughter a regular 100 health guy. So if I'm looking to get like epic battles, I'm gonna mess around with this one because you can really, if you're fighting multiple guys, it's more rewarding rather than just be like, oh, that guy's instantly dead. So I would use this one also. Is this video too long? I honestly have no idea. I'm just trying to do like a more relaxed one, just kind of like an off-the-cuff type of situation, but I hope you're enjoying this one. The next one I like to use is the light and darkness spell. If I can find it, it's the purple, yeah. So the light and darkness. So there's a couple of different things with this one. So holding it and shooting will spawn this like angel creature. So he's like, oh, look, I'm an angel guy. So this guy, he's friendly, but he's super OP. So if he's attacking enemies, like he'll shoot like blades of death at them, which is, that's honestly really cool. But what you can do is you can also merge them together and pull them apart. And if there are any enemies on the field, it's gonna straight up slaughter them. Let's combine it really quickly, and I'll just literally pull them apart. It's gonna call Blade down from the sky and just murk him. And you can combine this one with other things. So combine it with gravity, and then, well, let's get further away, because, oh, oops. Well, combining it with gravity literally pulls like a random object from the sky. So let's get another dummy guy out there, combine it back with gravity, and it just pulls like a random item from the game. It just goes like crumb bop on him. Well, that man lucked out. That's spawned above him. That's interesting. So let's try it again, see what else it spawns. He got hit with a pot. So I have a ton of fun with that one. You could also combine it with a log got him. Combine it with fire, and that shoots like I want to say fire arrows. I honestly don't remember. Let's see it. Yeah, straight up fire arrows. Which how cool is that? That's freaking amazing. And now I have these crazy looking dark creatures. So they're fast. So be careful. But you can spawn horrible things on them, which is great. While I'm doing this also, I combine fighting them with the mod pack made by Schmitto. And that does like, you can spawn like holy weapons. So if I was like, demon, I could just hold this one, go into slow-mo, right? Jump down and spawn this like holy blade. Look at how cool this thing is. I'm using a holy blade against horrible shadow demons. So, if I'm just playing, I'm probably using something like this one. I combine it with some other things, but yeah. So yeah, those were like a lot of, not all the mods that I use while off camera to kind of create things and just play. I'll try to do my best to add all the links to them in the description, but don't hate me if I don't, because they're hard to find, and some of them may or may not be available, which I apologize if I've shown you something that's not available, but you guys asked for it, so I wanted to provide you with something that wouldn't take me like a million years to kind of get done with like a 20 mod showcase, because that would just be insane. But yeah, I appreciate the feedback, and I'm happy to deliver it to you guys. So tell me what you think. Do you like these mods? Do you want to see more of it? Do you want me to just kind of release my entire mod list? I could put it in my Discord. I might put it on like a Google Drive so you guys have access to everything I like to use on a daily basis. Let me know if it's a good idea. Hey, if you're new to downloadable content, why not subscribe? It's free. Just go ahead and press like the little subscribe button and ding dong the bell, because you're a cool person. Hey, and if you aren't new to downloadable content, you know what this is all about. So why not join our Discord, become a YouTube member or Patreon, whatever that's called. I don't know. Other than that, I'm Rob from Downloadable Content. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you in the next video.